Join us for the story of how we transformed an abandoned property in northern Spain into a regenerative nature sanctuary and retreat center. When we arrived, the finca had long been forsaken, and the house was in ruins, infested with rats and bats and lots of puddles. There were no bathrooms or bedrooms or stairs. Doors and windows were missing. Every corner looked like an unfinished thought, forgotten long ago. We've come a long way over the past 3 years, with the help of countless friends and volunteers from around the world. The sacred land of Buixeda has been reborn, and with a new purpose: to bring people together and celebrate the creative human spirit living in harmony with nature. There is a natural spring on the land with delicious, pure drinking water. The problem is the finca is huge, with over 100 semi-arid acres, and during the dry summers, only a finger width of water flows from the source. So even before finishing the house, we focused our attention and energy on developing a robust water ecosystem. Here we are, creating a natural pool. It serves many purposes. It stores water for the gardens and fruit trees. It's a biodiverse habitat for aquatic and semi-aquatic flora and fauna, which keeps the pool harmonized, healthy, oxygenated, and fresh. This water temple is also part of a larger regenerative design that slows the flow through the finca and mitigates the damage from torrential rains on the one hand and long dry spells on the other. And last but certainly not least, the water temple is a swimming oasis that keeps us cool and sane during the summers. The house has hundreds of years of history, dating back to a medieval tower. We built the stairs in the vacant space where an old massive wine press used to be. Here we are restoring the vaulted bodega using upcycled materials left on the land. It turns out the wine bottles we found provided the ideal luminescent insulation we were looking for. This original kitchen stove was a lifesaver during our first 2 winters, where we huddled together to stay warm. The newly renovated Zen kitchen is spacious enough for us to prepare delicious meals for retreats and gatherings, and it features locally sourced chestnut countertops. The main entrance was a cold and cluttered construction zone that was yearning to be redreamed and rebuilt as a warm and welcoming arrival space. As we reflected on the spirit of Buixeda, the walls transformed into a canvas for our dreams, and paint became our language to celebrate the elemental energies of nature awakening within us. Creation sometimes begins with destruction. Here we are tearing down walls to create the soul of the center, the Shala, a gathering space designed to hold group classes, workshops, and activities like dance, singing, yoga, body-mind therapies, ceremonies, and circles. And in the quiet moments, it becomes a sanctum where thirsty souls sit in silent communion. We used construction materials left on the land, together with bioconstruction techniques, to build the bedrooms and the bathrooms. These bathrooms have natural Tadillac walls that are smooth, hard, and waterproof after hours of polishing with rounded river rocks. It was a real adventure bringing these tiny houses to the land, especially after one of the wheels exploded mid-journey. But they turned out to be a perfect solution for those wanting a little privacy away from the house. Everyone who comes to La Buixeda brings their own unique personality and skills. And so our co-creations sometimes take on a life of their own, as creative inspiration is channeled into practical and useful solutions. We hosted a bioconstruction training where people came from far and wide to learn how to design and to build a natural clay inertia stove. It's really a stove within a stove, where the hot smoky gases create a second combustion in the upper chamber, and the immense heat generated channels into the thick clay benches below and the walls, which stay hot for up to 12 hours after the fire dies. This is an extremely efficient and effective heating system, and people love curling up here in the winter. We look forward to hosting more trainings like these in the future. The water temple worked so well that we created a larger natural pool closer to the future food forests. Long ago, the original water deposit was here, but over the decades, Mother Nature reclaimed it. With the help of a crowdfunding campaign, we were able to buy all the materials needed to restore the balsa, as well as host and feed our hungry volunteers. Below the pool, we've created an educational gathering space, and below that, we've started planting cherry, pear, and peach trees. During the late summer sunsets, dragonflies come to dip their wings and dance between the shadows and the light. Here we repurposed a used fireplace to create a second inertia stove with leftover bricks and clay from the land. You can tell we are absolutely in love with inertia stoves. In the garden spaces, the first step is to cultivate the soil itself, as it is degraded, compact, and full of clay at La Buixeda. We use natural gardening and permaculture design techniques to invite life back into the land. But our real teacher is Mother Nature herself, and we are just humble students in this vast classroom. Every day is another day to begin again and learn something new. When I close my eyes, I can see La Buixeda in the future. I can see old-growth trees, lush gardens, fresh pools and fruitful orchards. I can see mutual prosperity generated on this land and poured out into the nearby communities. I can see a lighthouse where wisdom keepers shine their light and share with others. An oasis where the thirsty of spirit come to be nourished and quenched. I can see a place where the young come to learn new skills, excited about their future, where the sick and weary are encouraged and cared for, where the disillusioned find new inspiration, and where the elderly smile wisely, knowing that they lived well and fully. This is the vision of the future that we are already planting today. It is a project full of potential and purpose. And so it is, our feet are planted on this beautiful land, and our eyes are oriented toward the heavens, to the cosmic values that bring us all together. We are delighted to be able to share this dream with you.